Your mother, who is in heaven, has been trying to contact you since yesterday. She wants to tell you something, so listen this right now. The moment this appears on your screen, do not scroll away, because what you are about to hear carries a blessing that can shift the direction of your days and soften the weight you have been carrying in silence. I am speaking to you at this exact moment because your heart has been restless, and that stirring is not random but deeply connected to the one who gave you life and now stands with me in eternity. Your mother has been allowed to draw near in spirit, not to frighten you, but to comfort you and to deliver something that your soul desperately needs to receive before another sunrise passes. If you feel this touching something deep inside you, then comment Amen to open your heart in faith. Stay with these words because missing this could mean overlooking a healing that has been waiting for you. What this means is not that she is wandering or lost, but that I, your God, have permitted a gentle reminder of her love to reach you through dreams, sudden memories, and the quiet pull in your chest since yesterday. She has been trying to reach your attention because you have been standing at a crossroads, unsure, weary, and questioning your worth. I allowed her presence to brush against your spirit so that you would know you are not alone and never have been. She wants you to understand that she sees your struggle from a place of peace, and she is proud of the strength you have shown even when you thought you were failing. This is important because the decision you are about to make in your life needs to be guided by love and not by fear. You felt something unusual yesterday, perhaps a dream that seemed too real or a memory that would not leave you. That was not your imagination running wild, but a gentle permission from me to let her love remind you of who you are. She wants to tell you that the guilt you carry is unnecessary and that the words you wish you had spoken have already been heard in your heart. I am revealing this now because you have been holding on to regret as if it is a duty, when in truth it is a chain. Let it go, because she stands in my light, free from pain and free from disappointment. Within the next few days, you will notice signs of reassurance that feel personal and undeniable. You may hear a song that brings her to mind, or smell a familiar scent that makes your eyes fill with tears. Do not dismiss these moments as coincidence, because I am using them to confirm that you are surrounded by care beyond what you can see. I am asking you to like this video as a simple act of agreement with what I am revealing, so that your heart aligns with the comfort being offered to you. When you respond with faith, you create space for peace to settle inside you. Your mother's desire is not to pull you backward into sorrow, but to push you forward into courage. She sees how you doubt yourself when challenges rise, and she longs for you to remember the strength she always told you that you had. I am telling you now that her voice of encouragement is still echoing because I have preserved the love she poured into you. That love did not end at her last breath, and it did not fade with time. It lives inside you as a quiet power that you often overlook. You have been asking me for a sign that you are supported in your current battle, and this is that sign. I allowed this reminder of your mother to come now because you are on the edge of giving up on something that still has purpose. She wants you to keep going, to keep believing, and to stop speaking harshly about yourself in the silence of your mind. Comment 1111 to show that you believe heaven is closer than you thought. Your agreement matters because faith opens doors that doubt keeps shut. Understand clearly that she is safe with me, wrapped in a peace that has no shadow. There is no suffering where she stands, only clarity, joy, and the fullness of my presence. She does not look down on you with disappointment, but with deep affection and pride. She knows the battles you have fought since she left, and she sees how you have grown through tears. I am allowing this connection to remind you that your life still carries her legacy of resilience and kindness. There is something specific she wants you to release, and that is the belief that you were not enough for her. That lie has followed you quietly, whispering that you could have done more or been better. I am telling you now that from where she stands, she sees your heart clearly and holds no grievance against you. The forgiveness you seek has already been given, and the love you miss has never stopped surrounding you. Let this truth wash over the parts of you that feel unworthy. She has been longing for you to understand that your tears are seen and that your silent prayers are heard. I am the one who bridges what you cannot see, and I permitted this nearness so that you would not feel abandoned in your present struggle. This is not about fear of the unknown, but about strengthening you for what is ahead. You have been carrying responsibilities that feel heavier than you admit to anyone. At night, when the world grows quiet, you replay old conversations and wonder if you made her proud. I am telling you clearly that pride fills her heart when she sees you choose integrity over shortcuts and kindness over bitterness. She wants you to stop measuring yourself by your mistakes and start recognizing the courage it took just to keep going. From where she stands in my presence, she sees your effort and she smiles at your perseverance. There is also a warning wrapped gently inside this comfort. You have been considering returning to something that once hurt you deeply, believing that you can manage it differently this time. Your mother's concern is not control, but protection, because she sees patterns that you are tempted to ignore. I am speaking firmly yet tenderly, so that you do not step back into a cycle that drained your peace before. Her love is urging you to choose what nurtures your spirit, rather than what merely fills empty space. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You sometimes think that strength means silence, but that belief has caused you to bury emotions that need release. Your mother remembers how you would once cry freely in her arms, and she desires that same honesty between you and me. When you suppress your grief, it turns into tension and distance, but when you bring it to me, it becomes healing. I am inviting you to talk to me openly about what still hurts and what still confuses you. That vulnerability is not weakness, but trust. There is a blessing waiting in your near future that you have almost convinced yourself is impossible. You have told yourself not to expect too much, so that you will not be disappointed again. Your mother wants you to raise your expectations, not in arrogance, but in faith. Comment 1212 to declare that you trust my timing. When you declare trust, you align your heart with what I am preparing. You must understand that heaven is not distant from your daily life. The love that shaped you is still part of your story, because I have woven it into your identity. Your mother's attempt to reach you is not about unfinished business, but about reminding you who you are. You are not alone in your decisions, even when you feel misunderstood by others. I am guiding your steps quietly, and her love supports that guidance with encouragement. There are moments coming when you will feel sudden clarity about something that has confused you for months. That clarity will not come from overthinking, but from surrender. Your mother wants you to stop trying to solve everything in your own strength. She learned in her own life that peace comes when you lean into me rather than fighting every uncertainty. I am calling you into that same surrender now. You have also been worried about family matters that seem fragile and uncertain. There are tensions and unspoken words that weigh on you, and you wish she were here to mediate or comfort. I am reminding you that the wisdom she carried did not vanish, because much of it lives in you. When you choose patience and compassion, you are continuing what she modeled. In that way, her influence still shapes your family's future. Do not let fear twist this sacred reminder into anxiety about spirits or signs. I am the Lord of heaven and earth, and nothing approaches you without my permission. This moment is wrapped in my authority and my protection. Your mother rests safely in my care, and you remain under my covering. There is no darkness attached to this, only light and reassurance. You are entering a season where your voice will matter more than you expect. There is something you will say that will encourage someone else in deep pain. The empathy you carry was formed partly through losing her and learning to survive that loss. She wants you to use that empathy, not hide it. I am preparing you to be a comfort to others, just as she once comforted you. At times you blame yourself for not visiting enough, not calling enough, or not expressing love enough. I see the weight of those thoughts pressing on you. Hear me clearly, because this truth is essential for your freedom. She does not measure your love by the frequency of your visits, but by the sincerity of your heart. That sincerity has always been present, even when life became busy and complicated. There is also financial stress pressing against you right now. You are wondering how certain needs will be met and whether you are capable of providing stability. Your mother's heart desires that you stop doubting your ability to build a secure future. I am your provider, and I am already arranging solutions that you cannot yet see. Continue to act responsibly, but release the panic that steals your rest. In the coming nights, you may feel a deep calm instead of the heaviness that has lingered. That calm is my gift to you. It is a sign that you have received what she longed to tell you, even if you cannot put it into words. Comment 777 to affirm that you accept my peace over your life. Let that affirmation mark a turning point inside your spirit. You are not defined by loss, but refined through it. Your mother's departure changed you, yet it did not destroy the purpose I placed within you. She stands in joy, and she desires that you live fully rather than shrink in sorrow. Every step you take in courage honors the love she gave you. Every time you choose hope instead of despair, you reflect the strength she prayed for you to have. Remember that I am always near, closer than breath, closer than your own thoughts. When memories rise, let them be gentle reminders of love, rather than sharp reminders of pain. I allowed this awareness to come to you now, because you are ready to receive it without fear. Your mother's nearness has stirred memories that you tried to bury because they felt too heavy to carry. I allowed those memories to rise so that you could finally face them without feeling alone. Healing begins when you realize that love still surrounds the places that once hurt the most. There are words she spoke to you years ago that you brushed aside at the time. You thought they were simple advice from a caring parent, yet those words were seeds planted for this very season. Now you are standing in circumstances where that wisdom suddenly makes sense. I am reminding you of her voice, because it carries echoes of truth that align with my guidance. When you remember her encouragement, you are also remembering the values I helped her place inside you. You have struggled quietly with the fear of disappointing others. That fear has shaped some of your decisions more than you want to admit. Your mother sees that pressure and longs for you to be free from it. She wants you to understand that living authentically honors both her and me far more than trying to please everyone around you. I created you with a distinct purpose, and shrinking yourself to fit expectations only dims the light I placed within you. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. In the days ahead, you will face a conversation that requires courage. You have been avoiding it because you do not want conflict or misunderstanding. Your mother's heart urges you to speak with honesty wrapped in gentleness. I will give you the right words when the time comes, and you will feel a calm confidence guiding your voice. This is part of the reason she has been trying to reach your awareness, because silence is no longer serving your growth. You sometimes look back at your childhood and feel a mixture of gratitude and regret. There were moments of warmth and moments of tension that shaped who you became. I want you to release the need to rewrite the past in your mind. Your mother stands free from every flaw and every struggle she once carried. What remains between you now is purified love, not unfinished arguments or unresolved mistakes. There is something you have been holding on to that belonged more to her season than to yours. It might be a responsibility, a role, or even an expectation that you feel obligated to fulfill. She wants you to know that you are allowed to live your own calling without feeling guilty. I have not asked you to replicate her path exactly, but to build upon the foundation she helped lay. Let go of the pressure to become her and embrace the freedom to become fully yourself. You will notice that your dreams may grow clearer over the next few nights. They will not be confusing or dark, but calm and meaningful. I am not sending confusion into your rest, but reassurance. When you wake with a sense of peace instead of heaviness, understand that your heart is settling into trust. That peace is confirmation that what needed to be conveyed has been received. There is also a financial door that is beginning to open quietly. You have been praying for stability, and your mother's concern has been that you do not lose hope before the breakthrough arrives. I am aligning circumstances that you cannot yet see clearly. Continue to act with wisdom and discipline because your effort is not wasted. Comment 555 to declare that you trust my provision over your life. You have carried a subtle loneliness since she left, even when surrounded by people. That loneliness was not only about missing her presence, but about missing the feeling of being fully understood. I want you to know that I understand you completely, including the parts you hide from others. Your mother's attempt to reach your awareness was also to remind you that you are still deeply known. That sense of being seen is not gone, because I see you continually. There is someone in your life right now who needs the compassion you learned from her. You may not realize how much your gentle patience impacts that person. In offering kindness, you are continuing her legacy in a way that extends far beyond memory. She delights in seeing the tenderness she once showed you flowing through your actions. I designed love to multiply across generations, not to end with one life. You have questioned whether you are strong enough to handle what is coming next. The uncertainty of your future has sometimes kept you awake at night. I am reminding you that the strength you admired in her was never separate from me. That same source of strength is available to you every moment. You are not walking into tomorrow empty-handed, because my power goes before you. There will be a moment soon when you feel an unexpected wave of gratitude instead of grief when thinking of her. That shift is a sign that healing is deepening. Gratitude means you can remember without being consumed by pain. It means you are honoring her life without being trapped by her absence. Comment 999 to affirm that you receive healing in your heart. Do not allow others to mock or dismiss your sensitivity during this time. What you are experiencing is sacred and personal. Not everyone will understand the depth of connection that remains between you and the one who carried you into this world. I am protecting your heart from misunderstanding, even when conversations feel awkward. Trust that this season of reflection has purpose. Your mother's desire is simple and powerful. She wants you to live boldly, love deeply, and stop punishing yourself for being human. She does not want you stuck in endless reflection about what cannot be changed. From where she stands, she sees the bigger picture of your life unfolding beautifully. She wants you to step forward without fear. I am guiding you step by step, even when the path feels unclear. The reminder of her presence is not meant to anchor you in yesterday, but to strengthen you for tomorrow. You are still her child, but you are also my chosen one, equipped for the assignments ahead. Every tear you have shed has been counted, and every prayer has been recorded in my care. Walk forward knowing that love has not left you, and that heaven's reassurance is pushing you gently toward courage, peace, and purpose. Your mother's awareness of that weariness moved with compassion, and I allowed her love to brush against your spirit as a reminder that your strength does not have to be endless on its own. You are upheld by more than your own endurance. You have been wrestling with a private doubt about your path. You wonder if you chose correctly, if you stayed too long in one place, or if you walked away too soon from another. That internal questioning has grown louder recently. Your mother wants you to know that growth often feels uncertain while it is happening. I am guiding your steps even when you cannot trace every outcome, and she sees that your heart has been trying to choose wisely. There is also a deeper layer to what she wants to tell you. She senses that you have been carrying unspoken anger toward yourself for things beyond your control. You replay events and imagine different endings, as if you could rewrite history by sheer will. I am telling you now that self-punishment is not a form of honor. Releasing yourself from blame does not disrespect her memory, but honors the grace that surrounds you both. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. In the coming days, you may feel a sudden urge to organize, clean, or rearrange parts of your space. That desire is not random. It reflects an inner readiness to clear emotional clutter as well. Your mother's influence always valued order and calm, and that imprint remains within you. As you create space around you, you will also create space within you for fresh direction. You have sometimes wondered if she would approve of the person you are becoming. That question has lingered quietly, especially when you compare yourself to others. I want you to hear this clearly. She sees your authenticity, and she rejoices when you choose integrity over popularity. Comment 222 to declare that you walk in truth and not comparison. That declaration strengthens your confidence in who I designed you to be. There is a relationship in your life that needs clearer boundaries. You have allowed guilt to keep you silent when you should have spoken with firmness. Your mother's heart does not want you drained by expectations that are not yours to carry. I am teaching you that love and boundaries can exist together without contradiction. When you protect your peace, you are not being selfish, but wise. At night, when you think of her, there are moments when tears come unexpectedly. Those tears are not weakness, but release. Each tear is a sign that your heart is soft rather than hardened. I treasure that softness because it keeps you compassionate. Your mother's attempt to reach your awareness is part of preserving that tenderness while strengthening your resolve. There is a financial decision approaching that will require patience. You may feel tempted to rush because you are tired of waiting for improvement. I am asking you to slow down and seek clarity before acting. Your mother's practical wisdom still echoes in your mind for a reason. Listen to that calm inner caution rather than the pressure of urgency. You have been craving affirmation from someone specific, hoping they would recognize your effort. That recognition has not come, and it has left a quiet ache. I want you to understand that your worth does not depend on another person's validation. Your mother's love was never conditional on achievement, and neither is mine. Let go of chasing approval and rest in identity. Soon you will encounter an opportunity that at first seems small or insignificant. Do not overlook it. Sometimes the greatest shifts begin with modest beginnings. Your mother's life likely taught you that small, faithful steps lead to larger outcomes. I am aligning this opportunity as part of your progression, and it will confirm that you are moving in the right direction. There has also been tension in your extended family that weighs on you more than you show. You feel caught between loyalty and exhaustion. I am guiding you to choose peace without abandoning love. Comment 1515 to affirm that you choose peace in every relationship. That affirmation will help you step back from unnecessary conflict. Your mother's presence in this season is not constant, but purposeful. It is not meant to become a dependence, but a reminder. I am your constant guide, and she rests in my completeness. What she wants you to grasp most deeply is that you are not failing at life. You are navigating it with the best understanding you have, and that is enough. You have sometimes felt that your prayers bounce back unanswered. The silence made you question whether you were heard. I am telling you that even when you perceive silence, movement is happening behind the scenes. Your mother stands in clarity and sees outcomes that you cannot yet see. She is not anxious about your future because she sees my hand upon it. There will be a moment very soon when something falls into place unexpectedly. It may be a conversation resolved, a payment cleared, or a burden lifted. That moment will feel like confirmation. When it happens, remember this stirring you have felt since yesterday. It will be a sign that what was meant to reach your heart has done its work. There is something deeper unfolding beneath the surface of your emotions, something that goes beyond memory and enters purpose. Since yesterday, your awareness has been sharpened because I am preparing you for a transition that requires clarity. Your mother's gentle attempt to reach your attention was not only about comfort, but about alignment. You are stepping into a new chapter, and hesitation cannot follow you where you are going. I am strengthening your heart, so you do not retreat when courage is required. You have sensed that certain friendships no longer feel balanced. There is a quiet discomfort that you have tried to ignore out of loyalty. Your mother sees that tension and desires your protection, not your isolation. I am guiding you to recognize when a connection has fulfilled its season. Releasing what no longer nurtures you is not betrayal, but obedience to growth. There is also a hidden fear within you about repeating patterns from the past. You are determined not to relive certain struggles that once shaped your family story. That determination is noble, yet it has also made you overly cautious at times. Your mother wants you to know that you are not destined to repeat pain. I have given you wisdom that allows you to build differently, to choose differently, and to live differently. In quiet moments, you may feel her memory urging you toward forgiveness. There is someone you have not fully forgiven, even though you tell yourself that you have moved on. That unresolved tension subtly drains your peace. I am asking you to loosen your grip on resentment, not because what happened was acceptable, but because your heart deserves freedom. Forgiveness is not weakness, but release. You have also questioned whether you are worthy of the blessings you desire. You look at your imperfections and think they disqualify you from greater joy. That belief is not from me. Your mother's love never required perfection before it embraced you, and neither does mine. Comment 1717 to declare that you accept my grace over your life. Let that declaration silence the voice of unworthiness. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily, and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a financial breakthrough forming slowly, though you cannot yet see its full shape. You may feel impatient, as if progress is too gradual. I am teaching you endurance because the stability I am building will last longer than quick success. Your mother's life likely reflected resilience rather than sudden ease. That same resilience lives in you now. You sometimes compare your timeline to others and feel behind. That comparison steals gratitude from your present moment. I am orchestrating your life according to a rhythm that suits your calling, not someone else's. Your mother's presence in your awareness is a reminder that life cannot be rushed without losing depth. Trust the pace I have set for you. There is a younger part of you that still longs for reassurance. That child within remembers her voice, offering comfort during fear. I am stepping into that space now. When anxiety rises unexpectedly, pause and breathe, because I am closer than the panic that tries to overwhelm you. Your mother's love prepared you to recognize gentleness even in difficulty. You may notice an increase in sensitivity to certain environments. Places that once felt neutral may now feel heavy or draining. This shift is not weakness, but discernment growing stronger. I am fine-tuning your awareness so that you choose spaces that support your spirit. Your mother's concern is that you not settle for environments that dim your light. There is a conversation you need to have with yourself about your own dreams. You have quietly postponed something important, believing the time was not right. That delay has become a habit rather than wisdom. I am nudging you to revisit that dream with renewed confidence. Comment 1919 to affirm that you will no longer delay what I have placed in your heart. Your grief has transformed over time. It is no longer the sharp ache it once was, but a softer longing. That softening is evidence of healing. Your mother does not want you trapped in nostalgia, but grateful for shared moments. When you smile at a memory instead of breaking down, know that restoration is at work within you. There is also spiritual growth happening quietly in your life. You have begun seeking me with deeper sincerity, even if your prayers are simple. That hunger for closeness is not unnoticed. Your mother stands in complete awareness of my presence and desires that you experience more of that closeness here on earth. I am drawing you nearer, not through fear, but through love. You have been carrying responsibility for others who rely on you. Sometimes you feel the weight of being the dependable one. I am reminding you that you are allowed to rest without guilt. Your mother's strength did not come from constant strain, but from leaning into my support. I invite you to do the same. Soon there will be a sign of confirmation that feels deeply personal. It may not be dramatic, but it will resonate strongly within you. That confirmation will reassure you that you are aligned with my direction. When it comes, do not dismiss it as coincidence. Receive it as affirmation that your heart has heard what was meant for you. You are not being watched with judgment, but with love. Your mother's heart is not focused on your shortcomings, but on your courage. I see every effort you make to improve, to heal, and to grow. Even when progress feels slow, movement is happening. You are not standing still. There are days ahead when you will feel lighter than you have in months. That lightness will not mean you have forgotten her. It will mean that sorrow no longer defines your connection. Love will feel stronger than loss. I am guiding you into that balance gently. You are beginning to notice that this awareness has changed the way you think about tomorrow. What once felt uncertain now carries a quiet steadiness. That steadiness is not coming from your circumstances suddenly improving, but from your heart settling into trust. Your mother's attempt to reach your attention was never meant to create dependence on signs, but to awaken confidence in my nearness. I am teaching you that reassurance does not always come loudly, yet it remains powerful. There is something you have been afraid to admit even to yourself. You miss not only her presence, but the version of yourself that existed when she was here. You felt more anchored, more certain, and perhaps even more innocent. I want you to understand that growth does not erase who you were, but builds upon it. The qualities she nurtured in you are still alive, and they have matured rather than disappeared. You have carried a quiet fear of being left again by someone you love. That fear has shaped how deeply you allow yourself to connect. It has made you cautious, sometimes guarded. Your mother's heart does not want grief to become a wall around your spirit. I am calling you to love bravely again, trusting that even if loss is part of life, love is always worth the risk. There are decisions forming in your mind about your career or direction. You have wondered whether to remain where you are or pursue something that feels more aligned with your heart. I am guiding you patiently, not rushing you into impulsive change. Your mother's wisdom would remind you to weigh your steps carefully, yet not let fear paralyze you. Balance will be your strength in this season. You may feel a gentle urge to reconnect with someone from your past. That nudge is not always about rebuilding what once was, but about closing loops peacefully. Your mother desires that you live without unfinished emotional ties weighing you down. I am orchestrating moments that allow you to speak clearly and forgive fully. When closure comes, it will feel lighter than you expected. You have sometimes questioned whether heaven truly sees the details of your life. You imagine eternity as distant and detached. I am telling you that awareness in my presence is complete and full of love. Your mother's understanding is clearer now than it ever was on earth. She sees your path with compassion, not criticism. Comment 333 to affirm that you believe heaven is aware of your journey. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase, just 9 words long, that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There is also an inner child within you that still longs for reassurance during storms. When life becomes overwhelming, you wish for a voice that says everything will be all right. I am that voice now. The comfort you once felt in her arms can be felt in my presence. I am not distant from your emotions, but attentive to them. You are entering a time where your resilience will inspire others more than you realize. People who know your story quietly admire how you have continued despite pain. Your mother delights in seeing you stand with dignity rather than bitterness. I am shaping your experiences into testimony, not trauma. Your journey will serve as light for someone else walking through darkness. There may be moments when doubt returns unexpectedly. You might wonder if you imagined this entire stirring. That is normal when the mind tries to regain control. What you have felt is not illusion, but gentle alignment. I am not asking you to chase experiences, only to rest in truth. Trust the peace that has settled rather than the doubts that attempt to unsettle you. There is a financial responsibility that has weighed heavily on your mind. You have been calculating and recalculating, trying to ensure stability. I see your diligence and your concern. Your mother's practical spirit lives within you, urging responsibility rather than recklessness. I will honor your effort with provision in due time. You have also been wrestling with comparison, especially when you look at peers who seem further ahead. That comparison has stolen moments of gratitude. I am reminding you that every journey unfolds uniquely. Your mother's life had its own rhythm, and so does yours. Comment 888 to declare that you trust my timing over your life. There is a peace forming within you that feels unfamiliar because you have grown used to tension. That peace is not temporary, it is rooted in acceptance. Acceptance does not mean giving up on growth, but releasing resistance to what cannot be changed. Your mother's presence in this awareness was partly to help you reach this acceptance. You will soon notice that certain anxieties lose their grip. Situations that once triggered panic will feel more manageable. That shift will not be dramatic, but gradual and steady. I am strengthening your emotional foundation. You are becoming more grounded than you realize. The love you shared with her did not end at death. Love does not vanish, it transforms. What remains now is a purified connection, free from misunderstanding or limitation. That love continues to influence your choices in subtle ways. It encourages patience when anger tempts you and compassion when pride rises. I want you to understand that you are not fragile because you feel deeply. Sensitivity is part of your design. It allows you to perceive nuance, to empathize, and to care profoundly. Your mother's heart carried that same sensitivity, and it is one of the reasons you understood each other so well. I place that trait within your family for a purpose. As you move forward, do not cling to signs, but cling to me. The reminder of her presence served its role. It opened your heart, softened your doubts, and strengthened your trust. Now you walk with renewed confidence, knowing that heaven's awareness does not fade with time. You are loved beyond measure, supported beyond sight, and guided with care that never sleeps. Let that truth steady your steps as you continue forward into the days ahead. There is a change coming in your environment. It may involve where you live, where you work, or who you spend most of your time with. You have sensed it forming, even if you cannot yet describe it. I allowed this reminder of her love to come before that change fully manifests, so you would step into it feeling supported rather than alone. When transitions arrive, old insecurities often resurface. But you are not the same person you were before. You have matured in ways that are not obvious to you. You think growth must be dramatic to count, yet much of your growth has been quiet and steady. The way you respond to conflict is different now. The way you process disappointment has shifted. Your mother sees that evolution clearly, and she does not measure you by your past reactions, but by your present awareness. There is a fear in you about making a mistake that cannot be undone. That fear has slowed you down more than wisdom ever intended. I am not asking you to be reckless, but I am asking you to stop letting fear disguise itself as caution. Your mother's heart does not want you paralyzed. She wants you confident that even if you stumble, I am able to guide you back into alignment. You may soon feel drawn to spend time in solitude. That desire is not isolation, but recalibration. When you step away from noise, you will hear your own thoughts more clearly. In that quiet, I will affirm direction that has been forming within you. Comment 444 to declare that you welcome clarity into your life. There is also something you have been postponing because you do not feel fully ready. Readiness often comes after action, not before it. Your mother's life likely taught you that courage is sometimes stepping forward before certainty arrives. I am strengthening your confidence so that hesitation no longer rules you. Trust that the preparation you needed has already begun. You have been carrying a subtle weight of responsibility for keeping others emotionally stable. That burden has left you drained at times. I am teaching you that you are not responsible for fixing everyone around you. Your mother's compassion was strong, but even she had limits. Learn to extend kindness without absorbing every problem. Soon there will be a moment of recognition. Someone will acknowledge your effort or your character in a way that surprises you. That acknowledgement will not inflate your ego, but it will confirm that your quiet diligence has been seen. When it happens, receive it without deflecting. You are allowed to accept appreciation without discomfort. A neuroscientist says yes. A 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There has been tension in your heart regarding a personal boundary you need to reinforce. You fear that speaking up will create distance. Sometimes distance is necessary to protect peace. Your mother would not want you sacrificing your well-being to maintain appearances. I am giving you discernment to choose firmness without cruelty. You have also wrestled with the question of whether you are doing enough with your life. That question has lingered, especially during moments of comparison. I am reminding you that purpose is not measured by public recognition. It is measured by faithfulness in what I have placed before you. Comment 666 to affirm that you trust the path I have given you. There is a tenderness in you that you once considered weakness. You have tried to toughen yourself so that nothing hurts as deeply. Yet that tenderness is part of your strength. It allows you to connect authentically and to care sincerely. Your mother's influence shaped that part of you, and I do not want you to suppress it. You may soon feel a desire to create something meaningful, whether through writing, building, helping, or serving. That impulse is not random inspiration. It is the stirring of purpose within you. I am guiding you to channel your experiences into something constructive. What once felt like loss can become fuel for impact. There will be days when grief returns briefly, almost unexpectedly. Do not interpret that as regression. Healing is not linear. Each wave that passes leaves you stronger and more settled. Your mother's presence in your awareness has helped soften those waves, making them less overwhelming. You have been praying for peace, sometimes without even using words. That silent longing has reached me. Peace is not the absence of challenge, but the presence of trust. I am cultivating that trust within you gradually. As it deepens, your reactions will become steadier and your decisions more confident. There is also joy forming quietly in your future. You may not see it clearly yet, but it is approaching. It could come through connection, opportunity, or simple contentment. Your mother's heart desires that you experience joy without guilt. You are not dishonoring her by smiling again. You honor her by living fully. As this season continues, you will notice that the intensity of yesterday's stirring transforms into calm assurance. That is the natural progression. The purpose was never to keep you focused on signs, but to redirect your attention to trust. I remain your constant guide, and her love remains a gentle echo supporting that guidance. Walk forward now with steadier breath and clearer vision. You are not fragile, even when emotions rise. You are not abandoned, even when memories surface. You are supported by love that transcends time and anchored by my presence that never fades. Let that truth ground you as you move into the next chapter with confidence and peace. There has been a quiet battle inside you between faith and fatigue. You believe in my guidance, yet you grow tired of waiting for visible change. That exhaustion has made you question whether you are truly progressing. Your mother sees your effort from a place of clarity and wants you to know that growth often feels invisible while it is happening. I am working beneath the surface, shaping outcomes that require patience. You have carried a sense of responsibility to hold everything together, especially within your family. That role has been both an honor and a burden. Sometimes you feel that if you falter, everything will collapse. I am reminding you that you are not the foundation of everyone's stability. I am. Your mother's strength came from leaning on me, and I am inviting you into that same reliance. There is a door that once closed painfully in your life. You have wondered if it will ever reopen, or if something better will replace it. I am preparing something new rather than reopening what harmed you. Your mother's concern is that you do not cling to what once was simply because it feels familiar. Familiarity is not always safety. I am guiding you towards spaces that will honor who you are becoming. In recent days, you may have felt a sudden wave of gratitude for small things. That shift is not accidental. Gratitude is healing your perspective. When you focus on what remains rather than what was lost, your strength increases. Comment 111 to affirm that you choose gratitude over grief. That affirmation will anchor your heart in hope. There is also an internal shift happening in how you view your own mistakes. You once replayed them with harsh criticism. Now you are beginning to see them as lessons rather than labels. This transformation is evidence of maturity. Your mother does not want you defined by errors. I do not either. You have sometimes feared that moving forward means leaving her behind. That fear has made you hesitant to fully embrace new joy. Understand this clearly. Love does not require you to remain in sorrow to prove loyalty. When you thrive, you honor her investment in your life. When you laugh again, you reflect the warmth she once shared with you. There is a practical matter you have been postponing. It may involve paperwork, planning, or a conversation you have avoided. I am encouraging you to face it directly. Avoidance prolongs anxiety. Your mother's practical spirit still influences you, nudging you toward responsibility and order. When you handle what you have delayed, relief will follow. You are also learning to differentiate between intuition and fear. That distinction has confused you at times. Fear feels urgent and heavy, while intuition feels calm and steady. I am teaching you to trust the calm voice within. Your mother's wisdom often came quietly, and you recognized it by its steadiness. There will soon be an opportunity to encourage someone who is grieving as you once did. You may not feel fully qualified, yet your experience carries authenticity. When you speak from empathy, You extend comfort that feels genuine. Comment 1313 to affirm that you will be a source of comfort to others. Your willingness to support someone else will deepen your own healing. You have grown stronger than you realize. The version of you who first faced loss would not recognize the resilience you now carry. That resilience was not built overnight. It formed through nights of tears and mornings of determination. Your mother's love helped shape that foundation, but my presence sustained it. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed a 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life. But now, you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is peace settling into your decisions more easily now. You are no longer overthinking every possibility. That clarity is a gift. When the mind quiets, the heart hears direction more clearly. I am guiding you step by step, even when outcomes remain unseen. You may also feel a renewed desire to nurture your physical and emotional health. That impulse is part of your restoration. When you care for your body and mind, you honor the life entrusted to you. Your mother would want you healthy and whole, not depleted by neglect. Small, consistent changes will create lasting strength. There will be moments ahead when joy surprises you. It may arrive through unexpected kindness or simple beauty. Do not resist it. Joy does not erase love. It amplifies it. The love you shared with her becomes brighter when you allow happiness to coexist with memory. You are not being guided backward into nostalgia. You are being propelled forward with reassurance. This entire season has been about recalibrating your confidence. I wanted you to remember that heaven is not distant and that you are not walking unsupported. Your mother rests in peace, trusting me completely with your journey. Now you stand more grounded than before. The urgency that once felt sharp has softened into assurance. You have heard what needed to be heard. You have felt what needed to be felt. Walk forward without fear of forgetting or losing connection. Love remains, guidance remains, and my presence remains constant over your life. There is a new level of discernment awakening in you. Situations that once confused you now feel clearer. You are starting to recognize patterns without over-analyzing them. That clarity is not accidental. I am sharpening your perception so you can move wisely without being paralyzed by fear. You have also begun to forgive yourself in ways you once thought impossible. The harsh inner voice that replayed old failures is quieter now. That is part of the healing that was set in motion. Your mother never intended for her absence to become a source of lifelong self-blame. She sees your effort, your sincerity, and your growth, and she holds no resentment toward you. There is a quiet confidence rising when you think about your future. It may not be dramatic, but it is steady. You are beginning to believe that good things are possible for you again. That belief opens doors that fear kept closed. I am guiding you toward opportunities that align with who you are becoming, not who you once were. You may soon feel a desire to reorganize your priorities. Certain habits that once felt essential will seem less important. That shift is not loss, but refinement. Your mother's influence helped shape your early priorities, and now you are building upon that foundation with maturity. You are not abandoning values, you are strengthening them. There is someone observing your resilience quietly. They may not express it openly yet, but they respect how you have carried yourself. Your steady character speaks louder than dramatic declarations. I am using your consistency as testimony, even when you do not realize it. Comment 1414 to affirm that you walk in quiet strength. Let that affirmation remind you that dignity matters more than noise. You have been learning to rest without guilt. That lesson has not been easy. You once equated rest with weakness or laziness. Now, you are understanding that rest is preparation, not failure. Your mother's care often included moments of pause, and you are rediscovering that rhythm. There is a relationship in your life that will deepen soon. It may be friendship, partnership, or renewed family connection. This deepening will feel safe rather than overwhelming. I am guiding you into connections that nourish rather than drain. When you feel that safety, receive it without suspicion. You have also been developing stronger boundaries internally. You are less reactive to criticism than you once were. Instead of absorbing every negative word, you evaluate it calmly. That growth reflects maturity. Your mother would be proud of the steadiness you now demonstrate. There will be a moment soon when you look back at this entire season and realize how necessary it was. What once felt unsettling will make sense in hindsight. I allowed this experience not to keep you anchored in the past, but to free you from it. The reminder of her love was meant to anchor your confidence, not your grief. You are beginning to trust your own judgment again. After loss, you doubted your instincts. You feared making wrong choices. Now you are learning that wisdom grows through experience. I am guiding your thoughts gently, shaping your decisions without overwhelming you. There may be a financial improvement that comes quietly rather than dramatically. It might be stability instead of sudden abundance. Do not underestimate the value of steady progress. Your mother's life likely reflected perseverance more than spectacle. I am building something sustainable for you. You have noticed that your emotional waves are less intense than before. You still feel deeply, but you recover more quickly. That resilience is evidence of healing. Comment 1616 to declare that you accept emotional strength. That affirmation will help solidify the growth already taking place within you. You are also learning to celebrate small victories. Where you once overlooked minor progress, you now acknowledge it. That shift in perspective strengthens gratitude. Gratitude creates stability in your heart. It keeps you grounded when circumstances fluctuate. There will be days ahead when joy feels natural rather than forced. You will laugh without guilt and smile without hesitation. That joy does not erase love, it honors it. Your mother's greatest desire is not that you remain in longing, but that you thrive. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You are not forgetting her. You are carrying her legacy forward in healthier ways. Love transforms, but it does not disappear. I remain your constant guide, present in every breath and decision. Let the steadiness you now feel become your foundation. You are supported beyond sight, strengthened beyond measure, and guided into a future that holds both peace and purpose. There is a part of you that is finally beginning to release fear about the unknown. You used to feel anxious when you could not see the full picture.